Namaste, Namaste, and welcome to this Wednesday morning yoga class. We're doing a standing sequence we've been working on for a few weeks. So if you are watching the video and you haven't done this one before, go back and do one of the earlier videos. And for those of you who are just note to take care of yourself today. So if you notice any twinges or if anything feels a little bit awkward, remembering that yoga should feel good in the body. And so anything that doesn't, don't do that. Okay, let's begin just by sitting in any comfortable position. You can kneel, and if you really want to, you can lie down for this part as well. Bringing your body to a little quietness so that you can open your awareness and listen to what the body is saying. Take this moment to step into your yoga space, stepping away from the other things that are going on in life. Giving yourself this time and space to nurture and support your body and breath and mind. Allow your spine to organize itself upright without gripping or holding. See if you can relax your legs, your shoulders, your face. Notice how you're feeling. Any areas of the body that are perhaps uncomfortable or stiff or stuck. Noticing at least one area of the body that is quieter, feels at ease, feels peaceful. Then notice the breath that you're breathing right now. Notice the part of the body that starts moving first as you breathe in. And then on your next exhalation, gently engaging across the navel to help exhale fully. And then breathing deeply into the sides of the body, the upper back, the chest. Exhaling slowly, completely engaging across the navel at the end. Breathing into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. And breathing out slowly, deeply, completely. Allow your breath to fall in this deeper, purposeful rhythm. Drawing in energy for our practice. Stoking the internal fires. Galvanizing our strength and courage. And at the end of your next exhalation, drawing your chin towards your chest, feeling that gentle length down the back of the neck. And from here, rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder, chin back to the chest, nice and slowly, left ear to left shoulder. Explore the movement of the body and how the body responds to it. Where you feel the connections into the neck, the jaw, the ear, the temple, down through the sides of the body, the shoulders, the upper back, the chest. How far does that sensation go as you move your neck? If you want to, you can complete little circles with your head, lifting the chin. Try to avoid dropping the head back behind the body. If you prefer to do different neck movements, choosing the ones that suit you the best. We'll go one more in this direction if you're circling, before reversing that motion. If you find a spot that needs a little bit of extra work or a little bit of extra effort, feel free to stop there and breathe for a few moments. When you're ready, you can return to center. And if you're stopping and breathing, you can catch up whenever you're ready. A little softness in the arms and rolling the shoulders, not the elbows, the shoulders, in any direction that suits you. And we'll go the opposite way as well. Notice if you can still feel those connections in the neck as you move your shoulders. And then we'll take the left arm first, a nice softness in the arm, and making some bigger circles with the left elbow, the arm remaining soft. You can allow your hand to move as well, though, if you want to. So instead of having a dead fish on the end of your arm, you can extend through your fingers, rotate through your wrist and palm as well. See if the movement naturally comes into the torso with a little bit of support from the belly muscles. We're going to go in the opposite direction as well, of course. Because it's yoga, we like to do everything to both sides. Very good. And then allowing this arm to come down to the side or rest onto the thigh. Notice the difference between the two sides of the body and doing the same thing to the other side. Soft in the elbow, purposeful in the fingers, moving the sides of the body as much as feels comfortable to you. And again, if there's any areas that feel like they need a little bit of extra, you can stop there, wiggle, schmiggle, simply hold with your breath. Let's move the opposite way as well. I find that moving the opposite way moves my torso in a completely different way. You may too. Allow your head to follow your movement so that your neck is free to move, not holding in any particular position. And then allowing this arm to rest down. Taking a moment just to sit tall. We're going to fold a little bit forward so you can rest your fingertips to the floor or one hand if you're protecting one arm. And then just a little forward, swaying the torso from side to side. So just negotiating to see if there's a little bit of extra space, scooping the belly in so that you provide extra opportunity for length in the back of the body. Allow your head to be in a position that's comfortable for your neck, so try not to crane your chin forward. And then just gently patting the hands back towards the body. We're going to uncross the legs, cross them the opposite way, and do the same thing again. So gently coming forward, resting the fingertips of both or one hand, and swaying the chest or the upper body from side to side. Notice where you feel this movement, where it connects into the buttocks, into the hips, perhaps into the groins. And hopefully here, not feeling it in the center of the low back. You might feel it a bit down the sides of the low back, that's okay. And then coming back to the center, just patting the hands back towards you. We're going to come down onto our backs now. So I'm going to spin, of course. rolling down onto your back, knees hugged into your chest. Float the feet to the floor, and for a moment just allow the body to rest down onto the floor and take its opportunity to find this new shape, allowing the spine to settle, particularly after that forward bending. See if you can relax the effort from your throat, your jaw, your shoulders, your forehead. And here, gently swaying the knees from side to side. So the feet are quite wide, arms nice and relaxed. A little effort with the belly muscles as we sway the knees. Very good. We're not trying to get anywhere in particular, but if you feel that you've got a little bit more movement, you can begin to allow the knees to come down a little further. Just feel the opportunity for length across the hip and the side of the torso of the leg that is on the top. And then we're going to come back to the center. Bend our knees into our chest. If you want to, you can hold on to the knees. You don't have to. And make circles with the knees going in the same direction, but with the knees quite wide apart. Massaging the low back, nurturing that space that really does often have tremendous effort put through it. Let's go in the opposite direction as well. If you find any particular place in the body that needs a little bit of extra stimulation as you do this, you can stop there or work in that spot. I've got a little niggle I'm going to work with, or breathe into it. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, we're going to let the left foot come down to the floor, but keep the right knee bent in, relax the arms down, and then firmness in the belly and the left foot into the floor, making big circles or small circles, as the case may be, with your bent right knee. And as these circles go, we're going to go in the opposite direction as well. Perhaps you feel you can increase the dimensions of your circle, increase the range of movement. When you've gone in both directions with a bent knee, you can try extending the leg a little and just seeing if you can access the same range of movement with your leg a little longer. It doesn't have to be straight, of course, you can keep the knee bent. Try to keep the left leg stable as well and going in both directions. The next time your foot is up towards the ceiling, doesn't matter how bent or straight it is, just rolling the foot at the ankle. Bent or straight the leg is even. Rolling the foot at the ankle in both directions, reversing if you haven't already. And then keeping that leg long and as straight as you're able to, firm the belly and let that leg come slowly down towards the ground. When the heel touches the floor, slide that foot back towards the body, firm the foot into the floor, bend the left knee towards you, firm in the belly for some knee circles or hip circles, as the case may be here, with a bent left leg. So doing a few in this direction. And then reversing to go in the opposite direction as well. And then if you want to, you can explore with a straighter leg. It doesn't need to be absolutely straight. Just observe how much effort you need in the belly muscles to hold or stabilize this movement. It will be perhaps more than with a bent leg. Reversing the motion to go the opposite way too. Taking care with the hips not to move past or through any clonking. So just working around clonking, making the movement smaller if needed. Next time your foot is up towards the ceiling, rotating the foot at the ankle a few times this way and the opposite way. You can keep a softness in your knee, of course. And then to finish just this part, firming the belly, extending through the heel of the leg and lowering your left leg as slowly as you can towards the floor. When the heel touches down, sliding that foot towards you so that you're stabilized now on both feet on the floor. Allow your feet to be quite wide, and you can even turn out the toes if you want to. We're going to bring the elbows down to our sides and press the backs of the arms and the shoulders towards the floor. And then as you inhale, firming the buttocks, pressing into the heels to lift the hips up. And as you exhale, gently releasing down. Pressing down with the heels to lift the hips up, inhaling, and exhaling, releasing the hips down. Just a little moving bridge. Let's do one more like this, and then we'll explore some different bridge variations. So here, we're going to keep a little firmness in the back of the head. So we want the back of the head to press down just enough to engage the muscles at the back of the neck. So it's not a really, really forceful press towards the floor. It's a gentle engagement. And then from here, we're going to press the backs of the shoulders and the backs of the arms down. See if you can lift the chest away from the floor without lifting the hips. So creating a space, a hollow between the shoulder blades, that you feel that you've opened the chest. And just take a deep breath in and out. Then keeping this lift, now press into the heels and lift the hips up. And notice if that feels more stronger or perhaps just a little bit more supported. And then gently releasing the hips down and releasing the shoulders slightly to relax at the bottom of the movement. Relax the tummy muscles. Let's do that 2 more times, gently engaging the back of the head and then really firmly engaging the backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms. Create that hollow underneath the shoulder blades. Press into the feet, firm the buttocks to lift the hips up. Keep breathing, relax your jaw, relax your face, and then gently lowering down. And at the bottom of the movement, relaxing everything. Maybe even swaying the nose from side to side if you're prone to holding tension in the throat. One more time like this, pressing the back of the head gently down and firmly pressing the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the backs of the arms, the elbows to open that space at the back of the chest. Pressing into the heels, firming the buttocks to lift up. And here, at the top of the movement, circling the hips. So hula hooping the hips, making sure the buttocks and belly muscles are engaged, and going the opposite way as well. Very good. When you're ready, coming back to the center, gently releasing the hips down, relaxing the arms. Let's let the knees sway again from side to side. Reach the arms a little wider. See if you can turn your head in the opposite direction from your knees, just to release any effort from the back of the neck. So a gentle sway. And when you're ready, you can come back to the center. You don't need to hold on to your knees, but you can gather them into your chest if you want to. We're going to rock backwards and forwards through the length of the spine. And then when you're ready, come up into sitting. Fantastic stuff. If, like me, you've got your hair down, you can arrange it back up again. I know that applies to more than one of me in the class. More than one of you even. Super duper. Okay, so we're going to start our seated series with the Paschimottanasana, a variation that we did last week with our bow and arrow. So if you weren't here and you want to watch, you can. So we start in Dandasana. Dandasana is this position with the legs out in front of us, straight or straightish. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, and the torso lifted here as well. And if you need a little bit of lift underneath the buttocks to make this more comfortable, sit on something. The other thing you can do is you can move the flesh of the buttocks backwards so that you firm the sitting bones down into the floor a little bit more precisely. And then we are gently moving into this. So taking care not to strain the back or do any of those crazy things. We're going to breathe in, take the arms up. As you breathe out, fold forward over the legs, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then on the first side, we're going to breathe in, draw the right foot back, the right arm back, and lift the left arm up into the air. So like you're drawing a bow. And then release the feet to the floor, reach the arms up, folding gently forward. And then drawing back the left foot, the left hand, reaching the right arm up into the air. And we're just going side to side. So reaching up, a gentle fold, don't worry about the breath too much. Drawing in the right foot and hand, reaching the left arm up into the air, reaching up, folding forward. Drawing in the left foot and hand, reaching the right arm up into the air. Just going side to side, it's a gentle fold. And then engaging the belly muscles as you draw that leg in and lean slightly back. A gentle fold. Engaging the belly muscles. And also through the upper back. We'll do one more to each side. Excellent stuff. And then finish with the hands up in the air. We're going to take the feet to the floor and toddler wobble. So imagine you're holding a beach ball and you're perhaps rolling it around or making circles around the body, the buttocks, the hips, whatever you want to circle around. Or you can keep the hands the feet on the floor and wave the arms in any direction. The idea is to firm the belly muscles and create that sense of strength in your center. If you are familiar with toddler wobble and you want to do it with the legs and arms at the same time, you can take the feet off the floor. It's a little bit more challenging, not for anyone with a sensitive low back. Or if you're doing just the arms, you can place the arms down and then do a little with just the legs. And that's a great alternative as well. Taking them in any direction. This is a moment of creativity in your practice. And when you're ready, you can gather yourself all the way in and spend a moment just sitting in an upright position, allowing your body to absorb all of that information. Before we come into our standing series, just a little bit of extra wriggling. So having the right foot crossed in front of the left leg, we're going to reach the arms out to the side. We're going to breathe in as we reach the right arm over. You don't have to put your left hand down, but you can if it doesn't pose any problems to you. Breathing back to center and then drawing the right elbow beyond the left knee, if you can. So it's a little twist and fold. Breathing back to center, over to the left side. Breathing back to center, and then right elbow to left knee. Breathing back to center, over to the left side. Sorry for the lefts and rights, guys. Breathing back to center. And then right elbow to left knee. We'll do one more. Up and over. Back to center. And right elbow to left knee. We'll come back to the center. Free the feet. Stick them nice and wide. Folding yourself a little bit forward here, light touch of the fingers on the floor and a gentle sway of the upper body as you make yourself a little forward bending here. Not too much, just a little, perhaps feeling the connections on the inner thighs or the inner hamstrings. Coming gently back to the center, folding the legs the opposite way so that the left knee is in front. Reaching the arms wide, gentle side bend to the right side, rebounding back to the center, and then drawing the left elbow beyond the right knee and back to the center. Side bending over to the right, back to the center, and drawing the left elbow to the right knee and back to center. We'll do just two more of these. Reaching up and over, nice firmness in the belly to support, that firmness also behind the shoulder blades. And perhaps you are aware of some of those connections we made with our earlier limbering. In action now is more mobile position. Releasing the up down when you're ready. Just taking a deep breath. Okay, so we're ready for our standing sequence and we're going to come up now. There's no fancy transition today. Well, actually, okay, I'm going to give you the option. So there are a couple of people in the class today who won't want to do any weight bearing here. But if you want to do weight bearing, if you're not doing weight bearing, you can gently bring yourself up to standing and rest in Tadasana. If you're doing weight bearing, you've got your left leg in front of your right leg, turn to the left, turn to the right, put the right hand down behind you and then uncurl yourself into a little squat. And you can reach your hands quite far forward, come up into a downward facing dog, uncurling, and then do one waving vinyasa, either knees down or not, soft in the knees, dropping the hips towards the heels, pressing off the toes, rounding through the upper back, drawing the heels of the hands backwards as you open your chest, a little sway of the body from side to side, and then firming the belly, pressing through the hands to draw the hips back to the heels and into downward facing dog. And from down dog, walk your feet all the way to your hands and stand into a forward bend. Those who are in Tadasana can join us in a forward bend now. Aces. So a little softness in the knees here. We're going to gently sway the upper body from side to side if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do that. You can hold elbow to elbow, or you can let the backs of the hands rest towards the floor or the fingertips perhaps. And just padding through the backs of the legs as well. So a little bend and release the legs. From here, we're bending the knees deeply, chin towards the chest, and rounding through the back as we roll up to standing. And take your time here. So if you feel sometimes dizzy coming out of a forward bend, at the top of this movement, bring your hands to Namaste and just bring your chin towards your chest. And that will help to just settle everything down to where it should be and lets your blood pressure return to its normal balance. If you don't really have any issues like that, you can finish this movement by turning the palms forward, breathing in, reaching the arms up over the head, and then bringing the hands down to the center of the chest. Whichever way, it doesn't matter which you do. Whenever you get here, release the arms to the sides And take a moment to allow your body to arrive in this upright position. For those who weren't already in Tadasana a bit. Okay, adjust your clothing if you need to. Looking down at your feet, just making sure they're about hip width apart. We don't want them too close together. And we can begin our standing sequence. So we're going to do a little chair pose first, and then we're going to come into the standing sequence that we did last week. So standing tall, a little lift in the buttocks and the belly muscles, turning the palms of the hands forwards, making sure that your chin is not too far in front of your body. You haven't relaxed the weight of your head forward of the spine. On your next deep breath in, reach the arms forward, inhaling all the way up, looking up. And then as you exhale, bringing the palms together, soft in the knees and fold down into a forward bend. In this forward bend, we're going to reach the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers if you can, or just reach the hands towards each other. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other and lengthen through the arms. You can soften the knees as much as you need to and relax the back of the neck by gently turning the head from side to side. Release the hands. Let the fingertips brush past the floor as you bend the knees deeply and reach the arms forward so you come into a deep chair squat, Utkatasana. Firm that space between the shoulder blades, lift the belly, and we're just going to bounce up a little and down. So really slowly uncurling the legs and then sitting deeper. Uncurling the legs, maybe not too much, and sitting deeper. And then take the weight from one foot to the other. So come up onto the ball of the right foot, back to the center on both feet, up onto the ball of the left foot, and back to the center. Doing this a couple more times to each side, just so we begin to feel the strength and the effort to move from one leg to the other. Back in the center, we're going to fold all the way into the forward bend. Release the hips up to lengthen through the backs of the legs for a moment. Take the hands onto the shins, look forward, lengthen the arms, the legs and the torso. Scoop the belly in and then fold over the legs again. Bend the knees very deeply and then roll up, pressing through the feet, scooping the belly in, coming up to standing. If you need a moment here, bringing the hands to Namaste, just taking the chin towards the chest. If not, you can reach the palms forward, lift the arms up, looking up, and then bring your hands together and drop them to the center of the chest. Take a moment here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So now we add on. We're going to relax the arms, turn the palms forward, firm belly, firm buttocks. Breathe in, reach the arms forward and up, looking up. Breathing out, soft knees, hands come down through the center as we fold into our forward bend. Here, we're just going to reach the arms behind us, roll the shoulder blades down the back, long arms, long legs, and then release the hands down, bend the knees deeply, and sit into your deep chair squat. Firm belly, firm buttocks, feel the thumbs moving back behind the body to keep the arms lifted. Take your weight onto your left leg, bend, come up onto the ball of the right foot and step the right toes as far back as you can, holding the forward position of your torso for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Press through the front leg to come upright in your lunge for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then here, allowing the breath to follow its natural rhythm, firm the right heel to the mat and lengthen the left leg. And you can also relax your arms down to the side. Okay, so for those who weren't here last week, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next, okay? So here we're almost in a warrior one stance. We haven't got the hips all the way squared to the front foot, the left foot. But we aren't quite all the way round to the side in a warrior two either. So we're sort of between the two, and that's quite good. If you want to, you can bring your back foot in for stability, but just check as you look between the legs that the toes are still hip width apart, not the heels, the toes. And then for our sequence, we're going to start with the arms wide and the palms turned upwards. Bend the left leg as we come up onto the ball of the right foot and press the right hand across the body, twisting to look behind the body and reaching the left hand backwards. From here, we cartwheel the arms up to center, just turning the left toes in a little bit. So we come to our goddess or horse stance. And in horse stance, we're just going to play with the weight a little bit side to side. And then we're going to turn the feet back towards the left and reach the arms long, legs long, and do the same thing again. So we're going to come backwards and forwards to this point, okay? Let's do it all together. So palms turned upwards. Think about your feet being really strong, drawing up into the hip sockets, firm in the belly and the buttocks. Bending the front leg, the left leg, come up onto the ball of the right foot, press the right palm across the body, twisting to look behind the body, bending the left knee quite deeply, reaching the left arm back, looking in that direction as well, and then cartwheeling the arms, right arm up, left arm down and through, turning to the long side of your mat, toes pointing out to the side, bringing your hands to namaste, and a little bit of swaying of the body from side to side. And you can sway onto the heels or onto the toes, whichever feels good to you. And then lengthening both legs, turning the feet towards the left again. So the important thing is the left foot points to the left, but the right foot can point into wherever is good. Long arms, long legs, firm belly, firm buttocks. Bend the left knee, come up onto the ball of the right foot, press the right hand across the body, reach the left hand behind you, a little twist. This is a little bit like a revolving extended side angle pose. And then cartwheeling the arms back to the center, coming into your goddess squat, turning the toes so that they're both pointing a bit out the way. A little bit from side to side. You can come down as deep as feels comfortable here. And then we're lengthening both legs, turning the toes to the left. My stance is getting more and more narrow, maybe yours is as well. Firm belly, firm buttocks for one more of these. So bending the left knee, coming up onto the ball of the right foot, pressing the right hand across the body as you twist and fold to the left side. Cartwheeling the arms to come back into warrior. A little bit of a rock from side to side. Excellent stuff. And then this is where we're going to add on. So here, we're going to turn in the left foot, so the toes point across the mat, and turn out the right foot. So we reach the arms wide and we're in warrior two. Right knee bent, left leg long. Palms turned upwards. Inhaling, reaching the arms over the head together and the legs along, and exhaling into your warrior two. Look over your right upturned palm. Inhaling up, firm belly, firm buttocks, firm legs. Exhaling down. One more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Here we're going to draw our bow. So the warrior legs stay the same. Reach the left hand forward to the right hand. And then draw your left hand to your jaw, reach your right arm up, left elbow down, opening into a archer, and then coming back to warrior two, drawing the bow. So really firm in this back leg, firm in the outside edge of the foot, reaching the left arm forward, drawing your bow, reaching up, aiming high, and then back to center, very firm in the belly muscles. Reaching the left hand forward, drawing your bow, and back to the center. Very good. From here, we're going to soften the back leg, take our weight, maybe up onto the ball of the back foot, to take our weight into the front leg, which is the right leg, lifting the left leg behind us, reaching forward with the right hand, back with the left hand, she says, nearly falling. And from warrior 3, coming into twisted dancer. So draw the left leg forward, bending the left knee, right elbow to left knee for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we're going back the way through warrior 3. And from warrior 3, extending through your heel, gently placing that foot to the floor, coming back to the center so that we twist to the long side of the mat with both feet pointing forwards. We're going to gently bend into one knee and then come up to the center and then bend into the opposite knee. So you bend and fold. And if you want to, if you are more experienced, you can stay down and move from side to side. So as if you were underneath a table, you're not dropping your torso too much, working in the belly muscles here. And then in the center, relaxing all the way into a forward bend, soft in the knees, rolling up, pressing into the feet, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Very good. Taking a moment when you come up to standing if you need to. We're going to turn the right foot to point to the right, get nice and bouncy on both legs, step both feet to the right side of the mat. And we're in Tadasana, ready to do the whole thing to the other side. Fantastic stuff, guys. So take a moment here in Tadasana, adjust your clothing if you need to, and all of that jazz. Turn the palms forward, relax the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen through the back of the neck, firm the belly and the buttocks just a touch. A deep breath in, and deep breath out. And we'll begin. Breathe in, reach the palms forward and up, opening your chest. As you breathe out, soft knees, draw the palms together and fold into your forward bend. In your forward bend, breathe in, reach the arms behind you, interlace the fingers only if you want to, for long arms, long legs, and a little turn of the head from side to side, Thecontedyogini. Relax the hands, let the fingers brush the mat as you sit the hips down into a deep squat, firming that space between the shoulder blades to lift the arms a little higher, firm belly, firm buttocks. Take your weight onto your right foot, come up onto the ball of the left foot and step the left foot back as far as feels comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then press through your front leg to come upright in your lunge, A deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then from here, firm the left heel into the mat and relax the arms down, lengthening the front leg as well. Just check the toes of your feet are still hip width apart if you're looking from the narrow side of your mat. And we'll begin our twist across the body from here, okay? So taking the arms nice and wide, palms turned upwards. We're going to bend the right knee, come onto the ball of the left foot, press the left palm across the body and reach it beyond as we look behind. And then cartwheeling the arms, coming into a goddess squat, so drawing both toes out, palms together, and a little bit of action from side to side, a little press through the legs. And you don't have to do this bit if you don't want to, but you can. And then lengthening the legs, turning the right foot out to the right, the left heel perhaps a little bit to the left. We're going to come bending the right knee, come onto the ball of the left foot, press the left hand across the body, reaching it beyond. And then from here, cartwheeling through the arms to come into our goddess squat, palms together for a little bit of moving from side to side. Lovely job. One more time like that. So turning the feet, lengthening the arms and the legs, bending the front knee onto the ball of the left foot, press the left hand across the body, reaching the right hand behind you, and then cartwheeling the arms to come into our goddess squat. Very good. So here in our goddess squat, we're going to turn the right heel out and the left toes to the left, and then reach the arms wide, and we end up in warrior two. We're not over twisting or putting anything anywhere that we shouldn't. We're going to breathe in, reach the arms together, reach both legs long, and breathe out, bend the left knee and look over the left palm. Breathing in and up, pressing really firmly into the feet, firm in the belly and the buttocks. Breathing out and down. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. And then drawing our bow. So allow the right hand to come forward towards the left hand, firm in the belly and the buttocks. Draw the right hand backwards, reach the left hand up. Come back to the center, arms are long, legs stay the same. Drawing the right hand forward, and then drawing your bow open, making sure that the right elbow is pointing down, back to center. Drawing the right arm forwards, drawing your bow, aiming high, and then back to center. Here in the center, we're going to press off the ball of the right foot to take the weight into the left leg as we reach the left arm forward and lengthen the right leg off the floor. Doesn't really matter what you do with your hands. Extend through the heel for a deep breath in, deep breath out. The standing leg is always a little soft, and then coming through to a twisted dancer, standing leg bends as well as left elbow to right knee. Super duper. Deep breath in and out here. And then we come back through our flying warrior or warrior three sometimes. And step gently back to the mat. We're going to turn in the left toes. So both feet have the toes pointing forward and fold into a forward bend from here. This time, we're going to fold all the way to the floor. Just allow the back of the neck to be nice and loose. You can soften the knees as much as you need to make this comfortable. You can hold elbow to elbow if you prefer. A little sway through the torso is quite nice sometimes. And you can simply soften one knee and then the other to move a little from side to side if that feels good to you. Coming back to the center, bending both knees deeply, little shake of the head, and then roll up one vertebra at a time until you come up to standing. When you come to standing, if you need a moment, hands come to namaste, just taking the chin towards the chest or rolling the palms forwards. We're going to turn the left toes to the left, soft right knee, and then step both feet to the left side of the mat in Tadasana. Taking a deep breath in and out. And then we're going to do the whole thing again to both sides. Awesome! So hopefully that will feel a little bit more familiar this time. We're generally aiming for 3 of everything. We might go through it a touch quicker. So if you don't have time to do 3 of everything, that's okay, just do 2. Or 1 if you prefer. Okay, so in your Tadasana alignment, standing tall, firm belly, firm buttocks, rolling the palms of the hands forward. Breathe in, reach the arms up, opening the chest, breathing out, hands to the center and folding forward over bent legs. Here, hands onto shins. Inhale, looking forward, long arms, long legs, and exhale as you fold. Bend the knees deeply, sweep the fingertips past the floor as you sit into your chair pose for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Weight into your heels. Come onto your left foot. Ball of the right foot. Step the right foot back as far as feels comfortable for a deep breath in. Firm belly, firm buttocks. Deep breath out. Press through the legs. Come into an upright lunge for a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Firm the right heel to the mat. Lengthen both arms and legs. Turn to the long side of your mat. Come onto the ball of the right foot as you bend the left knee and press the right palm across, twisting, and then cartwheeling upright into goddess squat. Little wiggle from side to side. Turn the feet, long arms, long legs. Bend the front knee, ball of the back foot, press the right hand across the body to twist, and cartwheel the arms back to warrior, not warrior. Goddess, I'm going to get that wrong. I think we should call it female warrior. Okay, turning the feet, long arms, long legs. Bending the left knee, ball of the right foot, press the palm across, lengthen the arms, twist and fold, and then cartwheel yourself back to the center for a bit of goddess wobble. Keeping the right toes turned out to the right, just turn on the ball of the left foot to extend your heel and find yourself in warrior two. Inhale, reaching the palms together, long arms, long legs, firm belly, firm buttocks, press into the feet as you open the palms wide, look over the right hand. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling here and exhaling, draw the left arm forward. Then inhale to draw your bow. Exhale back to the center. Draw the arm forward. Inhale to draw your bow. Exhale back to the center. Draw your arm forward. Inhale to draw your bow. Exhale back to the center. From here, a little softness in the back leg, coming onto the ball of the left foot to press yourself forward onto the right leg, coming up into your warrior three pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then just drawing the left knee forward, the right elbow to the left knee, soften also the standing leg. Deep breath in and out. Back to warrior three or flying warrior. Extend through the back heel and then placing that foot gently down, turning to the side of your mat, both toes pointing forwards. Fold into a forward bend, a little gentle sway from side to side, bending and releasing the legs if you want to, or simply just swaying the upper body. When you're ready, coming to the center, weight not just in your heels, but in your toes as well. Softness in the knees and roll yourself up to standing. If you need to, stopping here for a little action with the hands in namaste. If not, you can just reach the arms up and bring the hands down to the center of the chest. We're going to turn the right foot to the right side of the mat, bend both knees, step the feet to the right side of the mat, relax the arms down to the side. A little firmness in the belly and the buttocks, a moment to breathe in and out and observe the effect of your practice. Before we do the whole thing to the other side, last time. So lifting, turning the palms forward, inhaling the arms up, looking up. Exhale, bring the hands together and fold over your softened knees into a forward bend. Hands to the shins, long arms, long legs, lifting the belly, lifting the torso, lengthening the back of the neck, and folding into the forward bend again. Fingertips sweep the floor as you sit the weight behind the heels into your Utkatasana, deep squat. Taking the weight onto the right leg, come onto the ball of the left foot, and then step the left leg back as far as feels comfortable. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Firm through the front leg and into the back leg to come into an upright squat, upright lunge for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Firming the left heel, lengthening the right leg, arms out to the side, palms turned upwards. When you're ready, you're going to bend your right knee, come onto the ball of the left foot, press the left hand across the body, look behind you, reach the arms wide, and then cartwheel the arms back to the center for a little goddess, female warrior action. It's all good. Smashing stuff. And then turning the toes to the right again, lengthen the arms, bending the right knee, coming up onto the ball of the left foot, pressing the left hand across the body, and cartwheel the arms back to center for a little gentle sway in your goddess. And then turning the feet to the right, lengthening the arms and the legs, bending the front knee, coming onto the ball of the left foot, pressing the left hand across the body, cartwheeling the arms back to the center, little goddess action. And then here, keeping the left knee bent, just stepping the heel of the right foot out, and then turning the left toes, arms open, palms turned upwards, inhaling both arms up over the head, exhaling, looking over the palm of the left hand. Allow the right hand to draw you slightly backwards. Inhaling up, firm legs, firm arms, firm center, exhaling down. One more, inhaling up and exhaling down. Let's see if we can get the breathing right for this one. Let's inhale the right hand to the left and then exhale as we draw the bow. Inhale back to center and exhale forwards. This time inhale, draw the bow. Exhale back to center. Inhale forwards and exhale, draw the bow. Inhale back to center, and then don't worry about your breathing too much. We're going to come onto the ball of the back foot to press forward into the front leg. So a little bounce and then pressing off, toe touch down on the way there is no problem at all. Extend through that right heel, lengthen the left fingertips forward. Keep the standing leg a little soft, and then gently come upright, draw your right leg forward, bend your standing leg a little, left elbow to right knee, deep breath in and out. And then back through flying warrior, extending through the back leg, firm in the belly and the buttocks, touch down lightly behind you, bring the body to the long side of the mat, toes pointing forward, reaching up and folding forward into your forward bend. A little gentle bending of the knees from one side to the other. You can hold elbow to elbow. If at this point you want to do a wider stance and bring the crown of the head to the floor, you can absolutely do that. You've done all of the preparation needed. A couple of long, deep breaths in whichever position feels good to you. And then softening the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. If you've been really wide, you might scissor your legs in a little bit. And then we're going to turn the feet to the left and step both feet together at the left side of the mat. In Tadasana, bring your palms to the center of your chest and take a few moments to breathe, to feel the effect of your practice. You can relax your arms when you're ready. Roll your shoulders, wiggle anything that needs wiggling. And then in your own time, coming into sitting. So if you want to, you'll need to have a block ready for your winding down practice. But if you want to come down to sitting by widening the feet and the legs and coming into a deep squat, Malasana squat. This squat is called Malasana. A mala is the chain of beads that you sometimes do japa mantra, which is a mantra type of meditation. And then you can just simply reach your hand behind you and find yourself sitting. Excellent stuff. So we have got two options to do winding down here. We could do seated practice with a pigeon and a seated spinal twist. But because we're taking care not to use our wrists today, or at least not too much, we're going to do this lying down instead. So we'll do a reclining pigeon and a reclining twist. And actually, I like them better anyway. So personally, that's what I prefer to practice. So we're going to twist ourselves around, or at least I'm going to twist myself around to be able to lie down on the mat, on the length of the mat. And then starting with the feet on the floor and the arms resting away from the body, just taking a moment to allow your body to relax here. Notice if you've got any holding across the body, perhaps the back of the neck or the front of the chest, gently swaying the nose from side to side. And then we're going to bring our noses back to center and cross the right foot over the left thigh. So hopefully the ankle is on the thigh and the knee out to the side. Here, just gently swaying your left knee from side to side. And this might be a really nice feeling. For some people, this might get to the places that they need to go. Might be the beginnings of a lovely massage across the back. And then we're going to bring ourselves to center and float the left knee towards the body. So the left foot is off the floor, the right leg stays where it is, and we can again gently sway from side to side, just feeling the effect on the outside of the right hip and the buttock, which is quite nice there. If you want to, you can make circles here. And here, perhaps a little focus on how it feels in the back of the body, that massaging effect. And you can circle in the opposite direction as well. And then when you're ready, you can float the left foot to the floor. Let the left knee come to the left and the right leg follow, so you end up in a spinal twist here. And looking over your right hand or your right shoulder, if that feels comfortable. For a long deep breath and in and out. Softening the features of the face. Now there's no need to hold tension in the throat or the jaw or the forehead or the chest. A little effort across the belly muscles to bring the head back to center, the knees back to center, and uncrossing the legs. In the center, just swaying the knees a touch from side to side, not much, just a little. And then bending your left knee in, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. To begin with, just swaying the right knee from side to side. The right foot's on the floor. And you might just access that little massaging effect across the low back, the beginnings of awakening across the muscles of the sides of the body as well. When you're ready, you can float your right knee towards you by taking the right foot off the floor and again swaying the whole of the body, but it's the right knee that's driving it from side to side. And making circles with that right knee. Just feeling a little bit of activation in the front of the body to be able to do that, but the massaging and lengthening effect in the back of the body. Let's go the opposite way as well. Trying to relax your face, your chest, your forehead, your jaw. And then when you're ready, floating that right foot to the floor, allowing the right knee to fall to the right, the left foot to follow. So you end up in a gentle, or maybe less gentle, spinal twist. And then looking to your left hand, trying to keep the left shoulder nice and relaxed here. Relaxing your face for a couple of deep breaths. And then bringing your head back to center, firming the belly just enough to bring the knees back to center as well, uncrossing the legs. Very good. Okay, so here we're going to do a similar sort of spinal twist, but with the knees starting wide, just swaying the knees from side to side to begin with. And then the next time the knees come down on the left side, allow yourself to relax into that left side twist. Reach the right arm up past the right side of the head, or if it's not comfortable, just out to the side. Feel that sense of increased length down the right side of the body as you soften the right shoulder to the floor. And then if you want to, you can press the inner right thigh and foot towards the floor a little bit more. And if that feels great and you want a little bit more, you can rest the left foot on top of the right thigh, just to draw the right knee a little closer to the floor. Perhaps it's already touching. Perhaps it's just opening that right hip a little bit more. Deep breaths, relaxed shoulders, relaxed face, relaxed jaw. And then uncrossing the legs if they're crossed, a little firmness in the belly, dropping the right arm back to a neutral spot and drawing the knees back to the center, a little sway from side to side. And then the knees come to the opposite side, reaching the left arm up along the left side of the head, or out to the side is fine. Relaxing the shoulders into the floor, pressing the inner left foot and inner left thigh down. And if you feel like you've got a little bit more to give, you can rest the right foot on top of the left thigh. Few deep breaths here. Soften the features of the face, the chest. When you're ready, uncrossing the legs if they're crossed, release the left arm to a more neutral spot, firm in the belly, bringing the knees back to the center, and then just hugging them towards you. So using the hands on the knees if you want to, but you don't have to, just making some circles, going in any direction that feels good to you. And then in the center, letting the feet come down to the floor one at a time and taking your block for our supported bridge pose. So the feet can be wherever is comfortable, lifting the hips just enough to slide your block underneath them, or a firm, sturdy book if you've got one, and then letting the hips come down onto the block. So the sacrum is supported, that firm bit that joins the two hip bones. If you rest your hands quite low down on your tummy underneath your belly button, that is the area of the back of the body that's on the block. So directly underneath your hands here. And here, perhaps this is enough, this lift on the lowest setting. You can let your feet come in front of you a little bit, or out in front of you a little bit. But if you feel you've got a bit more, more space that you can move into, you can firm the feet into the floor, lift the hips and turn your block if you're using a block, or add another book if you're using books, up onto its medium setting and allow the hips to rest down here. Relaxing the arms out to the side. Feel a little length in the back of the neck, maybe gently sway the nose from side to side, just a touch. And then explore how it feels to extend your right leg out long along the mat, but also a little bit out to the right side. See if you can allow the right toes to fall out to the right, so you get a sense of openness and a little bit of rotation across the right side of the pelvis. If that feels good, then, and you can do this in any orientation of the block, then you can see if it feels good to bend the left knee into the chest and hold the left knee, and then balance on the sacrum, drawing the left knee towards you enough to see if you can lift the right heel off the floor. You can allow your leg to be suspended in space if that feels comfortable, either extending through the sort of ball of the foot or the heel of the foot, or you can gently sway the right heel from side to side or tap it along the floor. So if you struggle with your sacroiliac joints, then this is a nice therapeutic thing to do for the sacroiliac joints, tapping along the floor. If you want to, you can simply rest the right heel to the floor. We're going to take one more deep breath in and out in any position that suits you, relaxing the face, and then let the right heel touch down, release the left knee, and let the left foot come to the floor. Turn the right toes up, slide the right heel back in, spend a moment with both feet supporting the pelvis to feel the difference between the two sides. And when you're ready, you can extend your left leg long and straight out to the side, out to the left, turning the toes out to the left as well, if that feels comfortable on your hips. If that feels good and you want to do a little bit more, you can draw your right knee towards you. You can just leave your right foot on the floor, of course. Drawing the right knee in, see if you can balance on your sacrum to lift the left heel off the floor a little. So you've got a little effort into the legs, but not much. Here you might like to sway your heel from side to side. Provides a little bit of motion through the back. Or tap the heel from side to side. You may simply wish to hold as you are. Whatever you do, just taking another deep breath in and out. Relaxing the left heel down, taking the right foot to the floor, turning the left toes up and sliding the heel back towards you so that the pelvis is supported by both feet on the floor. So if you're on a higher setting of blocks or books, we're going to come down to the low setting now. So lifting the hips only enough to turn the block or remove one book and rest the hips down. And then with the hips down in this position, and it feels quite incredible to come down. There's a sort of rush of energy into the sacral area of the body. Then you can extend both legs out. So if both legs doesn't suit you, you don't have to do that. You can do one at a time again, with both legs out, with the toes pointed out to the side or turned out to the side, and the arms relaxed away from the or variation of your choice. You're going to take 5 long, deep breaths, relaxing all of the effort that it's possible to relax from the body, from the face, from the legs, the arms, the shoulders, the back. One more deep breath. And then preparing to move, drawing the toes back towards the center, firming the belly muscles a little, sliding the heels in one at a time, firming the feet, lifting the hips only enough to slide the support out, and as slowly as you can, releasing the hips down to the floor. When your hips come down to the floor, you may quite like the opportunity to extend the legs long again, or perhaps bend the knees into the chest, whichever of these feels like the right thing for your body to do. Whichever position you're in, gently rolling the head from side to side. And if you feel ready to take relaxation like this, you can simply rest here, prepared for the relaxation, allowing your body to soften gently. If you need some coverings for relaxation, then when you're ready, bending the knees, rolling to one side to keep that quiet energy within, and then getting your jumpers, your blankets, anything else that you need, any supports that you require or you would benefit from having. I'm putting on my favorite slouchy jumper. And then as quietly as you can, coming back down for relaxation. And today is a day when you may benefit from having a bolster or cushions or a pillow underneath the backs of the knees. But because we've just done a supported bridge, those of you who find lying flat on the floor uncomfortable sometimes may find that today you don't find it so uncomfortable, which is good too. If you're using something underneath the backs of the legs, just make sure your heels are on the floor so you get that connection that's important for the energetic grounding of Shavasana, our relaxation posture. If you really love doing legs up the wall, you can do legs up the wall for relaxation, no problem at all. So, settling yourself onto your back, feet nice and wide, arms nice and wide, palms turned upwards. And let's just take a moment to tense and relax our faces. So screwing all the muscles of the face in towards the nose, make a tight lemon sucking face, then eyes open, mouth open, tongue as far as you can out, and exhale. One more like that. Screw all the muscles of the face in towards the nose, tight lemon sucking face, then eyes open, mouth open, tongue out, and exhale. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and gently roll your head from one side to the other, a couple of times in each direction, easing tension out of the neck, shoulders. When you're ready, you can bring your head back to center. Take as long as you need, but when you're ready, head back to center. Make any adjustments you need to bring your posture into its most comfortable alignment, and then bring your body to stillness. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth, but gently. Repeat 3 more times. Deep breath in, let all of your muscles relax. Deep breath in, let go of the effort in your body. Last breath in and surrender your weight down into the mat. Allow your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm, finding a quietness, a stillness. Take your awareness into your forehead, feel it soften, the area between the eyebrows spreading, the area around your eyes relaxing, the mouth tongue, jaw, releasing. Move your awareness to the back of your body. Become aware of all of the parts of the back of your body in contact with the mat or something underneath. The back of the head, backs of the shoulders and shoulder blades, the arms and hands, buttocks, perhaps parts of the back of the legs and the heels of the feet. Experience the sensation of contact between your body and the floor. Move your awareness to all the parts of the back of the body that are not in contact with the floor. The back of the neck, the wrists, perhaps the low back, the Achilles, and the soles of the feet. Experience the sensation of space between your body and the floor. Allow the whole of the back of the body to feel heavy, warm, supported, and releasing down. Move your awareness to the front of your body, becoming aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face. The movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. The sensation of holding space in the palms of the hands. Move your awareness to your breathing and allow your breath to become a little deeper, a little slower. With each breath in, drawing in vitality, energy, harmony. With each breath out, releasing discomfort, fatigue, tension. Each breath in, full of energy, peace, harmony. Each breath out, letting go of tension, fatigue, discomfort. Allow your breath to fall in this rhythm for the remainder of your relaxation, softening a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. Don't be too disturbed by the cracking. Again, when you feel ready, taking a long, deep breath in, stretching the legs, stretching the arms, maybe stretching the face of the arms, lengthening the sides of the body. And then drawing your knees into your chest. Making any movements that feel good, rocking side to side or circling or simply turning the nose from side to side. The gathering in of the knees is something that's quite important after relaxation because it helps us to close down the energy centers in the body to contain our energy that's been expanding. And then when you're ready, gently turning to one side. Spend a moment on your side, allowing your body to come around a little at a time. And when you're ready, coming into any comfortable seated position. Placing the hands over your heart or in the center of your chest. And just take a moment to feel how it feels to be in this body, in your body now. Feel the effects of your practice. Feel the benefits of it. And allow those benefits, that ripple of awesomeness, to come through the body onto the face as a gentle smile. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Offer you namaste. Thank you so much for coming to class, for sharing your energy, for having the courage to take on this practice. And I hope you feel the benefits through the whole week. Namaste.